speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures with it. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 545, got the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in week. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. He's taking a shot on his first play. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. He can run it. He's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out. so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for the Lions.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They give to Gibbs on the option. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw him twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish up their opening drive. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From midfield on 2nd down. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Walker hauls it in. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
It's his running back. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on it, throw quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Moody knocks it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Offense in the hurry up here.
32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
From the 32. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Chooses to bring this one out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
At the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll that'll be first down, Detroit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Here he is on third and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Second and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. With a 100 minutes on the move here. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Having gain of about a handful there. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Quick pass right side, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Lions.
He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Gibbs. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
A give left side for Gibbs. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd goal at the 9.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions Facing 4th and long. Lions making the call for their field goal unit. This from 28 yards away. Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. And the gap closes to 14 points.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives the backward. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on 1st down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Along again. He goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set him up now with 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Third and long for him here. On the move, headed right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And the Lions will go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Could not beat the defender there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now looking to throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Motioning him from the slot right. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
Brings up second and 18 at the 22-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Seahawks football. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Forced out to his right. Bouncing football. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass runs up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Pulled in at the 20. Broke through the tackle. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, and there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's on the move. He's running with it. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
That's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard. And you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Third down from the gun. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. So out now comes the punter. Michael Dixon will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 65 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Offense in the hurry up here.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. That's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. It looked like it was going to be picked there.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Walker on 2nd. Works his way to the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks push the lead to 20.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
30-yard run.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. In up to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're running the option, short side. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Open space inside the 40. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 18. And the Lions, 1st down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but he'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
13.
They're set up at the 35 now. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First and 10 from the 41. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar just right by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They give up the gut to Walker. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
Lions 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10. And they're on the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Gibbs. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 3 on the run. Put a 1 in front of that now as it brings up 3rd and 13. Another one for Gibbs. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Give him nearly double digits that time, Brock. 9 yards on the play. It's 4th and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs. Brock, they pick up the first instead. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. This is complete to Gibbs. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get 13 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first. A give to Gibbs. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 31-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Finds Laporta. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. And they pick him off again. Along the right sideline, there's space. 30. He's at the 10. And forget the turnover block. They take it back for a late touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead.
Lions 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Seahawks take this one on the road.